Hi everyone, my name's Kathy. Welcome to my frugality channel, Skint Living UK. Today is Cheapy Tuesday, where I usually show my shopping and any thrifted items I bought. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of cooking and some thrifted items after. If you've seen my channel, I did a £10 poverty shop in Aldi. As part of that, I bought some chicken legs, a kilogram packet for £2.25. I put 3 of the legs in there today because my son's going to have some of my curry. So what have I done? I've put a knob of butter in the bottom, a big dash of garlic and a big dash of curry powder. This garlic is 69p I think in Aldi, and the curry powder is about 79, it might be 89 because the price keeps varying, and you can get this in Asda and Tesco as well. So I put a healthy dash of that in, melted the butter with the garlic and the curry powder, and then I've just been browning this chicken. So once it's cooked, I'll take it off the bone and then we'll share the curry. I'm going to make some rice, so this is all a bit. There's my water boiling. So in this bowl I've got the courgette, just one courgette that I bought the other day out of my £10 shop, and some of the mushrooms rinsed and sliced, and I had a little onion in the fridge. So I'm going to throw that in. I could have used the leek, but I want to use the leek tomorrow. Move the whistly kettle out the way. So I've still got the chicken skins. I'm going to fry them up for the dog. What I've been eating for the last 2 days is chicken soup, chicken and leek soup, or cock-a-leeky soup. And I also had 2 reduced pizzas. So one day I had a pizza and soup with some homemade crusty bread, and the same the next day. And today I'm doing curry, but the curry's being shared with my son, and I'm going to be cooking it in the oven. Often I cook it in a big pot on the stove, but I'm cooking it in the oven because I'm going to have the oven on to make a bread and butter pudding. So here's the bread. I've made a homemade loaf. I put some videos up yesterday about the bread, how I made it in the bread maker. I've cut the crusts off. The crusts are here. They're ready to go in an old cereal box bag that's been washed and dried off, and these will get flung in the bag and then in the freezer, and they'll be used later to make breadcrumbs, which I will use to make meatballs or burgers. So it's a great way of padding out your meat, and the bread doesn't need to be wasted either, and it will stay fresh in the freezer for a good couple of months. So how do I make my bread and butter pudding? Just stirring this veggies as we're talking. So I've sliced up the bread like I said, not prettily. You can make it look pretty if you want little triangles and all that sort of thing. Some people butter the bread. What I do is in a jug or a bowl, it doesn't matter which, I fill it up with 2 mugs of milk, any milk, full fat, semi-skimmed, skimmed, oat milk, any sort of plant-based milk, long as it's milk. It's about 2 cupfuls, maybe 3, see how it goes, and a couple of eggs, and 2 or 3 tablespoons of sugar, depending on how sweet tooth you've got. And if you want, you could always sprinkle some sultanas on, or if you've got some tin fruit, or if you've got a bit of fruit left over like strawberries, something like that, and pour it all over. And I forgot to show you. And I just throw some knobs of butter on. So you could butter the bread first. I just throw the knobs of butter on. My mum used to put marmalade on hers. She liked marmalade. And sprinkle some more sugar on top to make a nice crispy crust. And leave it in the oven for about 25 minutes while your curry is cooking. So I'm going to cook this again on 250 degrees, about gas 6, and this will be in for an hour, that will be in for about 25 minutes. And I'm also going to cook some rice, and I'm going to use some of the leftover rice tomorrow. And while the oven's on, I'm going to cook the last piece of chicken, roast it, to use later on, not today though. So right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour some of this boiled water on. I wish the camera had smell, because that curry just smells divine. It's just, oh, just gorgeous. And I get all the sticky bits off the bottom. Of course, you can season it to taste with salt and pepper. I just use pepper. I put garlic in everything, because I think as you get older, your taste buds don't work as well. If you've got a bit of ginger as well, that would be nice, but I just think a medium curry powder keeps the cost down, and you just chuck it in. And if you want, you can add the garlic as well, but just like I said, I throw garlic in everything. So we're just getting all the lovely flavours off the bottom of the pan. And now we're going to chuck the chicken back in, and then that'll go in the oven, slowly cook for an hour, and at the end I will debone it, because the bone has gorgeous flavour to it as well. And I will cook my bread and butter pudding and my spare piece of chicken. And probably, rather than frying up the chicken for the dog, what I might do is I keep the trays off old pies. When you get an apple pie or something from the shop, I might put the chicken skins on that and throw in the oven, so that saves me even frying it as well. So yeah, there we go. So I'll leave that out to remind me. So I've still got 2 courgettes left, I've still got mushrooms left, I've still got a leek left, and I'll have a piece of chicken that'll be roasted. So yeah, so I've still got plenty of food to work my way through this week, using my £10 poverty shop. But already, doesn't that look lovely? Mushrooms. Whoa. Now, if you want, because I bought 2 tins of chopped tomatoes, you could throw the tins of chopped tomatoes in to make it go further, because I often do that when I make a curry. Or you could use coconut milk, tins of coconut milk, to make it go further. And cook it in a big pot, because this is only a shallow pot, but it's ideal to go in the oven, and that's why I've used it. Okay, so I'll throw that in the oven in a minute. Just get all these dishes in the sink, and then I'll go and show you my thrifted items that I'm planning on using in my living room. I'm currently working on my living room, so I get it looking pretty, because I want to get the house up for sale, because I want to downsize and move to Scotland, where my other son is with his girlfriend, and I miss him loads, and it's doing me head in. So I've got the roller out all ready for tomorrow, because I'm going to paint the ceiling tomorrow. So I'm just going to turn this light out, save some light, and I'll bring it into the living room. This is our back room, which we use as the living room, and the living room will become the dining room. If you see my video the other day, you will see me pretty lampshade that I bought on eBay. Came to £18 with postage included, and it's going to go on this lamp. This is my floor lamp that I bought, an onyx one, very retro. And it's going to go in that corner over there. And this is the shade for it. So isn't it just going to be lovely? Dead kitsch, dead cheesy, love it. And it had broken wire on it when I bought it. So I asked the seller to cut the wire and leave a little bit, so I knew what type of wire it was. So they've left a little bit on, and I don't know if you can see that it's 2 core, a brown and a blue wire. So I bought some new wire and a new plug, and I will rewire it. It's simple to do. I got the plug from a local shop. I had to look in Home Bargains. They said they don't do plugs no more. So I picked it up in my local chandler's shop. That was £1.50. And I bought the cable. Was it 2 metres or 3 metres I bought? And I'll use that on my lamp. I showed you these the other day, the trolley that I got from the charity shop for a £5. That's going to go in the corner next to the lamp in the alcove. These little storage boxes are going to go over here, and the lamp is going to go over there, and I'll show you my lamps. So my son left this lamp in the room, this one, the desk lamp. He said he doesn't want it because he likes new stuff. He's been recently moved into the middle bedroom with everything's been redecorated and all clean and fresh, so he doesn't want dusty old stuff in. And I said, that's all right, I'll keep hold of that. And this is also one of his lamps. It is still working, as you can see, but the light bulb I've got is too big. But it's like a mosaic crackly glass, sort of Moroccan in style. So I'm going to put that in the back room that I've just walked through. I might put it on the mantelpiece actually, because it's little, pretty, cute and useful. This is my plant stand I showed everybody the other day. That was £2 in the charity shop down the road. And I bought this lamp absolutely ages ago in the same charity shop, and it cost me a £5. So it's very, what they call chinoiserie, Chinese, Oriental. I think it looks more Japanese, especially with this pattern here, with the pretty little flowers and the crisscross pattern. And it came with this original shade as well. So I've just got to buy a light bulb for that. So that's going to go here. My living room is blue and green when I've finished decorating it and painting the walls blue. And I've got like a greeny teal wallpaper that I bought from Bernardo's, the charity shop. I'm just going to show you now. As we're walking past, while I remember, I've been skip diving again the other day. The lovely fella who was renovating his house had a skip outside, and he gave me this big plank. And then the next day he gave me some more. So a newish piece and an oldish piece. And then yesterday I got some more. So I've got 4 tatty pieces, but I'm still going to use them. 1 little newish piece and 1 big piece. The reason I need skirting board is this room used to be knocked through when we moved in, and my son took it over as his bedroom. And